Hello friends, how are you? Welcome to your own channel Midu Study. I am your friend Ashutosh from IIM Indore, and friends, in this module we are discussing our subject strategic management. In last video friends, first video we discussed what is strategic management, phases of strategic management, various components of strategic management, benefits of strategic management for the organization. And like I said that in next video we will talk about various theories of organizational development. So let us start our today's video and our today's content. Hope you are liking and enjoying it. First theory friends. First theory is known as our population ecology theory. What is this theory all about? So once an organization is successfully established in a particular environment niche, it is unable to adapt to changing condition. So as per this theory, what does this theory say? Let us understand it. It says that if an organization has adopted itself in a particular environment, it is established there, then it is very difficult for itself to change. It cannot change. So it is basically saying, see, understand it, let's understand it from a human's perspective. If a person has been working in one particular company from long, so he will be in certain comfortable situation. We normally call it a comfort zone. Or if you have been living at a place for many years, you get used to the environment, to the people around, and you would not like a change. No one likes change. So in such a situation, it is known as your population ecology, that once you are established, you cannot adapt, you cannot change yourself, and in case you have to, it will be difficult for you to adapt. That is your population ecology theory. Second theory, institution theory. It is just the opposite or the reverse of the first one. Organizations can and organizations do adapt to changing condition by imitating other successful organization. It is saying that how come you are saying that one cannot adapt to the situations, to the changing environment? Everyone adapt to the changes, and how they do it? They do it in this manner, by imitating other successful organization. So if you are a person, you go to a new organization, you will see other people who came from another organizations, who came there, are successful now. You will see someone in your friend circle, someone in your known, you will imitate them. Initially you will face difficulties, then you will ask them what you did to adopt, what did you do to become comfortable. They will tell you, see, this thing is like this, but in 6 months you will also feel like this. You will also follow that procedure. Same is the case with organization. What organization does, it adapt to changing organization condition by imitating other successful organization. It was your second theory. Now let us understand friends, third, strategic choice perspective. What is this perspective? What is this theory? Organization not only adapt to changing environment, but also have the opportunity and power to reshape their environment. So what it is saying? It is saying that forget about not changing or just changing. That is, anyone can do. Apart from that, in addition to that, they also have power and opportunity to reshape the environment also. What is environment? Things around us. So we can reshape the environment around us. That is how powerful we are. Once you have gone to a new place, once you have become comfortable, then you can create your own image and you can make people around you change. That is this third theory known as strategic choice perspective. And last and the most recent, and I would say the most contextually relevant theory is your organizational learning theory. What is organizational learning theory? This theory says that organization adapt defensively to changing environment. So as a defense, see, when take an example of a sport, say football, or one will be attacking, one will be defending. So one is defensive mode, one is offensive mode. So as per defensive mode, to changing environment you are adjusting, and offensively what you are doing, using the knowledge to improve the fit between itself and environment. So in life also, a person, organization need to do two things. Some things are not in your control, they will change, so react defensively. Apart from that, always keep working on how you can gain knowledge and use that knowledge to improve fit between itself and environment. This is our organization learning theory, the most recent and the most relevant one. So we have been talking about creating, or why organization learning theory is there, how we can now create this learning organization. We will also discuss what is this learning organization and its benefit. First, let us understand the concept of strategic flexibility. So what is strategic flexibility? By strategic flexibility we mean ability to shift from one dominant strategy to another. So see, one should not be very rigid in life. You should be flexible, you should be able to change, you should be able to adapt to the changing situations. That is known as strategic flexibility. So from one strategy to another, you should be able to change yourself, adapt yourself. That is known as our strategic flexibility. Second, demands long-term commitment to development and nurturing of critical resources. So see, whenever we talk about learning does never happen in one day. Even our studies, did we complete the studies in a day or in a week or a month or a year? It took 20 years, long 20 years. A person start at the age of 3 and 4 years and continue studying till 23, 24. So learning is a long thing, long investment. So there should be long-term commitment of development and nurturing of critical resources. And last, also demand that company becomes a learning organization. So your entire environment should be a learning environment. Your top management should be willing to learn, your peers should be willing to learn, and overall your environment should be of learning. This is known as our learning environment, and this is the element of strategic flexibility. Now let us understand what is learning organization. Learning organization, an organization which is skilled at creating, acquiring and transferring knowledge. Creating, acquiring and transferring knowledge. You create knowledge, you acquire it, and you transfer from one person to another, and at modifying its behavior to reflect new knowledge and insights. So when we can say that we have done or we have created a learning organization, there should be an environment in which people are creating learnings once created are getting acquired, and they are also getting transferred from one person to another. Along with that, you should be able to modify the behavior to reflect new knowledge and insights. This is what learning organization is all about. This learning organization skilled at 4 main activities. So let us understand what are these 4 main activities, or we can say 4 pillars of a learning organization. Number 1, solve problems systematically. See, problem is something which we cannot avoid. Whether you are a person in your personal life, in your professional life, in your day-to-day life, there will be problems which are coming. Same is the case with organization. Now, to solve problem, you cannot always have a particular solution, but there should be a plan, a contingency plan or a ready plan for frequently occurring problems. That is known as solving problems systematically. It should not happen that whenever a problem arises, you start thinking from day one what I should do, how I should tackle. That means you are lacking the strategy. You should solve the problem systematically. That is very important. There should be a, nowadays if you are a working professional, you will know there is a common term known as SOP. So there should be a standard operating procedure which is there. Second, experimenting with new approaches. You should always experiment with new approach. To do a particular things, there can be different approaches. Some are traditional approach, but they are not very useful when some dynamic changes happen in the environment. So you should always keep experimenting with new approach. What will this lead? Sometime it can happen that you did 10 experiments and out of that maybe 8 failed and you are successful in only 2 experiments. But that doing 10 experiments will give you some learning, and so what will happen? You will be able to use those learning and your overall growth will happen. So you should never fear from failure and keep experimenting through new approaches. This was point number 2. Third point, learning from organization's own experience and past history as well as from experience of others. So there are 2 parts of it. So one will be your organization's own journey which it has done over the years and your own history. So one learning will come from there, and second learning you will have from the experience of others. That also you should need to understand. Both these learnings from your own learnings, from your own history as well as from others, all this combined should be used to create this learning organization. And point number 4, transferring knowledge quickly and efficiently throughout the organization. If you have created knowledge but the systems are so adamant or there is no good way of communication happening, that gets stuck at one place, that organization or that learning also is of no use. So this transfer of knowledge should happen both quickly as well as efficiently. There are 2 parts. Quickly means without delay, And efficiently means in an efficient, in a proper manner, in a systematic manner. It should not happen that only half things are getting transferred, half are getting lost due to some noise in the environment. So this knowledge should be transferred quickly and efficiently. So remember, very important topic, 4 parts of creating learning organization. How to solve the problem systematically, experiment with new approach, learning from your own history as well as learning from your competitors or other, and fourth, transfer the knowledge efficiently and quickly. When you do all this, you create a learning organization. This was, friends, our today's important concept in which we discussed about the 4 theories and then a learning organization. And today is the time of learning organization. Hope it is clear to you. In our next video, we will continue our first topic, first introductory phase of strategic management, and we will talk about basic model of strategic management, in which we will try and put the entire course or entire concept of strategic management in one single frame. That will be our motive of our next video. Hope you are liking our content, friends. In case there is any feedback, please write to us on meedu.study@gmail.com. Through your feedback only we will get to know how we can enrich our content, what we can do it to make it more user friendly, and so it is very important. Please, and if you are liking the content, like our video, please share it, and please, if you have not done till now, then do subscribe to our channel Meedu Study. Thank you, friends. Take care. Have a good day.